What's good, y'all? Welcome back. This is Casual Takes, and I'm your host, LJ. Today, we're going to be talking about how the Lakers have to play if they want to win Game 2. So the first point that I want to address is the shooting. Most of this really just comes down to hoping the shots don't go in, because you're not going to be able to guard Daniel McDaniel sitting in the corner, Nickeil Alexander Walker just sitting in the corner. Like, those guys are going to get their open shots. Walker, this year, I believe he shot over 40% in the playoffs. He's never shot it well. So continue to leave him open. I think he shot 2 for 7 in game 1, if I'm not mistaken. But McDaniels, he has these random outlier games every year in the playoffs. Not every year, but every playoff series that he plays in, he'll just randomly drop a 24-25 piece. He did it, obviously, the other day against the Lakers. But he also did it against the Nuggets last year, against the Mavericks last year, against Phoenix last year, and even against Memphis in 2022, he had a 25 piece in game 6. So you just have to hope that those guys aren't catching fire like they do. But one thing you can do is just continue what they did last game. Contest the Anthony Edwards threes, contest the Naz Reid threes, and kind of just let the rest of these guys shoot. My next point is something that I do believe should happen later on in the series. LeBron and Austin Reaves. I mean, what are we doing? Like, you know what I mean? LeBron is going to lock in. I don't know if Reaves is going to lock in with his role that he has. He was good in last year's playoffs, in the year before that playoffs. So hopefully he can lock in, but we know LeBron's going to do what he do. It's just Reaves is kind of iffy in this role in the playoffs. It's more aggressive defense. He's not going to get as many calls as he usually does. So we'll see what he can do. But LeBron gets in the rim like he usually does. You know, it's not like he was utterly atrocious last game. It's just like we need a little bit more from guys not named Luka. And that goes for the role players as well. The combination of Gabe Vincent, Dorian Finney-Smith, and Rui Hachimura, not good last game. Just quite frankly, not good. They need to shoot better. They just do. And they're going to get the looks with Luka and LeBron and Reaves passing them the ball. Just need guys to make shots. Another thing about Austin Reaves, he looked really jittery out there on defense. He was jumping at everything. Like a guy pump faked, he's in the air. So I think that might just be game 1 nerves kind of getting to him. I think he'll be better next game. Getting 2 feet in the paint like he usually does. You know, foul baiting like he usually does. I think he'll start getting the calls more. You know, although they don't give out a ton of calls in the playoffs or anything. But it's a rarity to see the Lakers only shooting 14 free throws in the game. 16 free throws in the game. I think that's bound to go up. And Austin Reaves has to be a part of that. My next few points kind of go together. The biggest emphasis for the Lakers will have to be the rebounding, the points in the paint, and the second chance points. They allowed 23 second chance points last game. It's going to be difficult to limit that when you don't have a 7-footer that you feel confident in. Jackson Hayes out there missing dunks and stuff like that. You can't really play him in the playoffs, it seems. Yeah, it's the points in the paint for sure. The Lakers were built off points in the paint, or getting 2 feet in the paint, kicking out, or drawing the foul. Like I mentioned last time with Reaves, that's their bread and butter. So they have to get back to that if they want to win this series. That's going to be huge. So getting 2 feet in the paint, the rebounding, and the paint scoring are going to be the biggest factors for the Lakers if they want to win this series, especially in a dominant fashion. They're going to have to execute on all 3 of those things. One thing that might be minor to some people that I think matters quite a bit is the comfortability that Ant had last night, especially passing the ball. It seems like he's just going to be playing point guard during this playoff run. Mike Conley isn't playing as much as he did last year. You can't let Anthony Edwards feel comfortable with the ball in his hands. You have to throw 2 at him, be aggressive defensively, specifically when it comes to Ant, while leaving those non-shooting shooters open, like Alexander Walker and McDaniels. Not saying that they're not capable of hitting shots, they obviously are, but I'd rather bet on them to make shots than bet on Anthony Edwards to play one-on-one basketball, which he was doing a lot last game. So those are my main points of emphasis. The rebounding, Anthony Edwards' comfortability. Role players need to play better. And you just got to hope they don't shoot as well as they did game 1. That's about it. those are all my points for the Lakers. We'll see what this game 2 looks like. Hopefully we win. Small little channel update, I guess. I do this pretty much every outro. I do have the green screen. I do have the camera. I'll figure out how that stuff works, but in the meantime, I'll be uploading way more videos, like 4 or 5 a week, talking about the playoffs, talking about the draft, you know, my final favorite prospects, my last mock draft, all that. I'll also be working on a Brock Purdy video. Honestly, I think I'll just record that today. I gotta take some notes. I'll record that today. Get that out to y'all probably this week. But yeah, we'll have a lot of content for y'all. It's a one-man army over here. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I will have some more content out for y'all. I won't be as slow as I have been. Yeah, that's about it, y'all. Peace.